Okay, guys, sorry about that. So I just got off the phone with their technical support, and as I was on the phone with them, I had explained it to her. They actually answered really quick, and were pretty helpful, and knew everything I had done already. So it's obviously going right to them, and I'm not getting the error code already. So I told her what was happening, and she was like, oh, okay, hold on a second, and then I go and I go and open this thing up. I just popped the front and back apart. There's an SD card inside because it said SD card error. I pulled the SD card out, put it back in, plugged it back in, and she's like, "Oh, it said it worked. It said it updated." So apparently, that's what got it to work, I guess. So, anyways, let's check. I see some service things coming up, so I'm sure it's going to do it. Ready to begin engine unlock process. This will take up to 15 minutes. Make sure your vehicle's battery has a good charge. Okay. Preparing to unlock. Okay. So you can see it's counting down. Oh, there we go. Getting some error codes. Installing unlock. So it says it could take 15 minutes, which is why I figured I'd have time for a Cuban, but I even had time to make the call, get them on the phone, get that squared away, get it right and plugged back in, and I'm still smoking my Cuban. All right. So it's moving relatively slow. It's on 2%. Well, now that it started moving, it's going pretty quick. It already went to 4 already. So let's see how it does. And I'm curious to see if I'm able to use the Banks tuner also when I'm done. So I guess we'll see. 15%. So, anyways, I have been making a clutch video for my Challenger. I'm changing the clutch, and I'm pretty upset because I can't finish it because the flywheel was wrong. And I got to that point last night. I had been working on it a couple days before that, getting everything taken out. The starter's out, the windshield wipers are off, the whole plastic in the front is taken off. The exhaust is all downstairs. I welded the exhaust while I had it out. I recorded some of that, and all the tricks to get it out, to get everything out. But I go to put the flywheel on, and the two of the 8 bolt holes don't line up, and the flywheel didn't look like the other one, and I assumed it was because the double disc rather than single for the extra space, because mine has a bump out and that one was flat. So, but apparently I am supposed to have the same one with the bump out and the dowels in it. So they're sending me that, and this one is aluminum and that one was steel. So billet steel and billet aluminum. I mean, I didn't ask for the aluminum. We talked about the aluminum versus the steel before when I ordered it the first time. And the difference is that the aluminum's lighter, so it supposedly gets up to speed quicker. And I asked him how much of a difference, because it gets up to speed quicker, but it's not going to maintain it as well. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't have that inertia of the steel. So it's I don't know whether I'm gonna like it or not. But the guy said if I hadn't ever driven with an aluminum one, then I wouldn't know the difference, and it's insignificant. And I haven't, but now I will have, because that's how they sent it, and it's being overnighted for tomorrow. So we'll see. I'll let you know how I like it, but I'll finish that video up and get it on. Oh, I actually was gonna put a part 1 and part 2 because of that. I was gonna put the 3 or 4 clips that I made doing what I've done so far, and put that as one video, and then finishing it as the other. And then you guys, I won't be able to do any burnouts right away because there's a break-in period, but maybe I'll wait a little while to make the second video so I can show it to you running, and then show it to you doing some burnouts too. I gotta get new tires for this year anyway, every year. This is only the second year, and I've been through 3 sets of tires for the back end. The ones that came on it, the ones that came on the Hellcat Red Eye rims that I bought, and the ones that I bought, which were Hankook EVO Z, something EVO Z. Those were the best grabbing tires I bought. And they're all 315s. Well, no, they're not all 315s, but I buy 315s for the back end. And it's 99% done. And then 305s in the front. Preparing to execute unlock. Unlock is executing. I hear the box clicking. Yeah, it's definitely doing something. It says preparing to program calibrations, preparing vehicle module for flash, installing file 1 of 6. Okay. Oh, so that's why it's going to take 15 minutes. Gotcha. Well, I'm getting all kinds of codes on the dash. Let me show you what the dash is doing. I'm getting, ABS, I'm getting traction control, I'm getting all this kind of stuff, so it's definitely doing something. And I do have, in case anything goes haywire, I do have a pretty sophisticated scan tool. I believe I left it in here. I thought I did. Yeah, I did. So I have this Autel scan tool in case I need it. And the wireless plug for it is back here somewhere. I got one of my air tanks right here in my way. It's under the seat somewhere. I'll find it if I need it. Okay, 19%, 20. So yeah, anyways, I'll probably install everything, finish that, do a video with that, and then I won't do any burnouts in the video. I'll just test the clutch out and I'll put that on. And then after the break-in period, I'll do a short video real quick to show you guys how it's holding power. Because the break-in period is like 250 to 500 miles, and after spending 2,400 bucks, I think I'll give it the break-in period. I'll give it the 500 miles, honestly. And more than honestly, the money sucks too, but more than the money, the job is brutal. It's a tough job to do. It really is. I mean, I did most of it alone. I only had somebody with me for a small part of it, so it's a lot harder by yourself, obviously, because the one part I did with a friend that was removing the transmission was a lot easier that way, as to be expected, but the rest of it was not easy by myself. So I have tons of friends that would help me, that would do it for me, really. I mean, I've done a lot of favors for people and they always try to help me out, but I'm stubborn. I don't like to accept help from people. I like to do everything myself. I don't know why I'm that way. I just am. So that's what I do. Anyways, just trying to kill some time while this thing is moving. But I'm definitely looking forward to this impact coming in today. It's already got the tungsten hammer in it. It's already got the 800 millimeter 22 caliber barrel, which I got the 30 and the 25, but my other impact is going to be for the 25 and 30. This is going to stay at 22, and I'm going to make it extremely precise and extremely, consistent, and I'm not going to mess with it, because the impact, especially more than any other gun that I've ever used or tuned or anything, is very methodical to tune it. Like it takes like multiple days, unless you're firing more than I have time to, which I spend a good amount of time. It's just late at night. I mean, I'll be tuning it for a couple hours, and there's still more to. It's still not as accurate as I want it to be. So, and I want it to be like dead accurate. I want to be able to shoot right through the same hole, right in the center of the target, over and over again, right on the crosshairs. Which I do 50 yards because that's what I have here in the range downstairs. But I'd like to do it at 100, but I have a place I can shoot 100, but it's outside. It's not gonna. I want it dead accurate at 50, because then I know when I make the adjustments based on what the Kilo 6 and the Kestrel are telling me, I'm making the actual adjustments, because I tell it it's zeroed at 50 yards, and you know it has all that information. So it just did the 4 of the other 5 really quick. It did, the first one finished, second, third, fourth, and fifth went really quick, and now this is the last one, so it's almost done. But anyways, I put in all that information, that it was zeroed at 50 yards, the height of the scope, all that kind of stuff. And it gives me the information based off of that, and it's actually accurate, because at that competition, when I did the 200 and 250 and 300 yard, I dialed it exactly the way the Kestrel and the Kilo 6 binoculars said to, and I hit the targets. So, I mean, it's definitely accurate. So I need to keep it zeroed at that range, and then input that information is the way I look at it. Because if you're zeroing it outside, there's too many variables. So that's what I've found anyway. Everybody's got their own way of doing it, I'm sure. But I'm eager to, with the Tacticam and this thermal clip-on the scope it's gonna be so big. The scope is gonna be massive, because I don't have a scope under 50 millimeter objective, and they're all 34 millimeter tubes, except the ATN X-Sight, which I don't even really use anymore. I may use it now that I'm going to need another scope. I may take one of the good ones off the other guns. Alright, it says it's done. I hear all kinds of stuff happening. Unlock complete. Press OK to continue. Okay. Remove the unlock cable and replace the original fuse. If there is another module to unlock, connect its unlock cable now. If not, plug the tuner into the vehicle's OBD port. Okay, I'm going to shut the truck off. I'm going to disconnect all this stuff. Put in the original fuse. That was my lift pump, by the way. Alright, take this cap fuse out. Oh, nice, it came right out. Put the regular fuse back in. If I can see it. In the right spot? No. Of course, you're gonna bust my balls. There we go. Alright, that's that. That's unplugged. Now let's plug this in. Get the key. And if everything works out good, I will take you guys for a spin. Okay. Ignition's on. Please wait. Tune vehicle. Verifying the stock file integrity. Okay, there we go. Heavy trailer, light trailer, economy, extreme. Let's do light trailer first, and then I'll try extreme. Do you want to customize options? Yes. Rev limiter, raised. Speed limiter, raised. Adjusting speed limiter does not mean the tires. Okay, that's fine. Gear ratio is the same. Tire size is the same. Keep drive mode. What's that mean? Oh no, yes, I want to remember the last. Yes. Confirm. Throttle boost. Yeah, let's go up 25%. It goes up to 50%, so I'm going to try it there. Idle park RPM. Let's do stock on that. Idle drive RPM. Let's do plus 200 RPM. Continue. Building the tune. Install light trailer file. Yes. Okay, now it's flashing again. So now that it's unlocked, this can do it by itself. This can change the tune, so I'll just leave this in the center console box and I can change it anytime I want just by this. So that makes it nice and easy. So that unlock process, you only have to do that once. So that unlock cable is worthless at this point because it's already unlocked. Which hopefully I've had a check engine light ever since I installed my lift pump, and I've gone crazy trying to get rid of it. I dropped the tank 3 times. I dropped it again I even installed the sump. I was hoping that would resolve it. I did and I capped the two ports that you put into the sending unit. I put plugs on those, or caps on those, and then I went back in, I put the original pump in there, and it's just like squirting fuel all over the place now because it's plugged in and it's not hooked up to anything. But I was hoping it would get rid of the error code. It didn't. My next step that I actually have things prepared for was I was going to run a hose from that to one of those 2 connections inside. Then I was going to use that connection on the outside, take the cap off, put a T into the main line, and put the 2 going into that T from the 2 different pumps, and going up to the where the old fuel filter was. So that I was hoping would solve it, but now I might just have to take the other one out if it will get rid of that code, like permanently. Okay, it looks like it's all done. 100%. Let's see. Finishing installation. I still have a check engine though, so let's see. Turn ignition off. Open, close, and lock the driver's side door. So open, close, lock. Waiting for ECM to fully shut down to avoid DTCs. Please wait. I think it's like 15 or 30 seconds after you close the door. This will shut it. There it goes. Everything's shut down. So I didn't count, but 15 to 30 seconds, something like that. It's still telling me to wait though. So maybe some of the fuses are still active, I'm not sure. There we go. Light trailer tuning is now installed. That's okay to continue. All right, so I should be good. So the check engine's still on, that's just the hood. Alright, so let's do this. Okay, this should have a diagnostic on it too, I think. I know my Banks one does, I could do that. Quick options. No, it's not that. I guess it doesn't have that. I don't see any diagnostic stuff. Let me see. Nope. No, it goes right to tune vehicle, so. Take that out. I'll put the Banks back in, and that definitely has it. Or I can get the tuner out if I have to, but it'll come back when I shut it back off. So, in case you guys didn't know, look at the average. I mean, average is still 14.6 miles a gallon, but the best is I get up to 28 miles a gallon almost. And on a different range, it goes up to like 28.8. So that's on 50, that's the last 50 miles because I was on the highway earlier. So it gets actually really good fuel mileage. Clear vehicle codes, yes. I need to just be still. Alright, that's good. Alright, clearing codes. Yep, that's gone. Okay. Good. All right, guys, I'm gonna take you for a ride. Let's see. I don't need that cable anymore. That's all done. Alrighty. Let's give it a shot. That tripod ain't gonna make it. I'll tell you that much. So what I'm gonna have to do is take you out of there. Let's try not to stop you anymore. I'm gonna take you out of there, and oh, I can't switch the camera around. That's great. Well, I'll just put it here. Hopefully you guys can see me. I can't really tell what you can see and what you can't, but hopefully you can see me. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Put this down here. Oh, I gotta show you the tailgate. All right, let's see how this baby feels. My Dodge Ram, I did the full tune. I did the delete and the tune. So that's got a straight pipe that I can. It has a muffler in it that I put the muffler back in because it was really loud. But I can take that out, and I have the spacers to fill that. Oh, Jesus Christ! Wow, I could feel it just pulling out. Holy mackerel! That pedal is really responsive. That made a big difference already. I can't wait to get this leg green. Holy shit. That's it. There we go. Oh. That was the fuel pump fucking, this truck, the ECM is so finicky that it wants its own fuel pump. So I'm probably still going to have to splice that in and have both pumps working. I mean, it's 140 gallon a minute, a gallon per hour fast fuel pump. So I would think it would be sufficient, but apparently not. I mean, I can't imagine that tiny little pump that was in there was any faster than that. But I guarantee the two of them together will be fast enough. The only thing is I've been trying to find a Y instead of a T, and I can't seem to find that. Whoop. Oh shit, doing 80 already. Let me let you guys see. You don't want to do that, buddy. Good thing I got good brakes. That was 70, real easy. Yeah, that's bumping it. It's going now. This thing is moving. That made a huge difference. Really. I wonder what difference. Why is this thing not focused? There we go. With good brakes. Another light right here. Yeah, wow, that thing actually really works, dude. I mean, it's a very noticeable difference. You know, I gotta get on the highway because the main reason I did this, I mean, I wanted it unlocked anyways, and I wanted the additional horsepower and all that, but I mean, honestly, the Banks does a lot on its own. This, I'll show you real quick. Minimum maximum log, so let me zoom in on that. You can see my maximum horsepower is 1,342. Oh, fuck you. And then 1035 foot-pounds of torque. So it's already getting a lot of additional power. Let me see if you can see that now. I'm trying to drive at the same time, obviously, but it's getting a lot of power already, and that's at the crank. It's not at the wheels, but you know, I mean, it can't be too much of a difference at the wheels from what standard difference would be from the crank to the wheels. I mean, I would estimate probably, you know, 900, 1,000 horsepower. So it's pretty crazy horsepower already. I have made a lot of modifications other than the banks. I did the cold air intake. I did a bunch of stuff. The lift pump. Although the lift pump, I don't know. I don't like that they didn't have a tap like they do. They have a direct connection for the Cummins, and that truck I connected directly in, and it has never had an error code. Never. Not once. Wow, my fuel mileage is going up. How the hell is that possible? That's really strange. Unless I'm remembering it wrong. What the hell? Well, I got it on the video. But anyways, I'm going to try to get, I'm probably 5 or 10 minutes away from the highway because I'm almost downtown. But I'm going to end the video here, and I'll do a follow-up after I break this thing in and see how she feels, and I'll do a couple burnouts with this thing. This truck will do a burnout. I mean, I could just spin the tires all day if I want. Just brake them, gas, and it'll just roast them. Do smoke shows with this. I mean, the Challenger will too, but I usually drop the clutch, get it in gear, and then hit the brake if I want to stand still and roast them. But I like just going through first, second, and third sideways better. You guys will get to see that at some point. But this EVO tuner, I gotta say, really does unlock it and really does add a tremendous amount of power. And I'm not nearly at the highest settings. I'm at the second highest tune. There's only one tune higher, but as far as the specifics, which I'm sure that's going to make the difference anyway. If you do the higher tune with the higher specs, I'm sure that's going to be like this. And where's the Banks at? Hold on, the Banks is, oh yeah, that's on level 4. Let me turn that down. I don't think it needs that anymore. I'll put it on 2, which is just one above stock. Anyways, it's definitely working. There's no question about it. It did its thing, and it's doing its thing. It's working really well. It's a lot faster. So if you guys are thinking about it, then do it, because this thing works. It was worth the $800 all day and twice at night. All right, I'll see you guys on the next one. Probably be later today when I get the gun. All right, have a good day, guys.